And who would that be? Remember that King Ghidorah guy I told you about in my story? About how my parents met and how they had me? King Ghidorah? Yeah, I don't know if this was actually a dream or just a vision. Well, don't worry. I'm pretty sure it's nothing. Wanna know what my mom always said to me when I had these dreams? What's up? What? She'll always tell me to think of something else, something bright and happy in my future. Rather than all the dark and spooky stuff. So I guess you had similar dreams like this as well when you were younger? Mm-hmm. And plus, there's this. A dream catcher. What's a dream catcher? It captures bad dreams. Dreams and all that stuff. Huh. Guess I'll give it a shot. Later that night, Junior was sleeping, and he was having none of those bad dreams again. Although, the dream he was having was something different. He remembered hearing Ruby's voice on saying, dream about the bright stuff in my... I always end up dreaming the bright stuff in my future. And it was echoing through his head like crazy. Then, suddenly, he was standing in the middle of a field of flowers and trees, and he was looking over at Monster Island. He wasn't alone. Right next to him was a girl. He couldn't at first realize who the girl was standing right next to him, but then got a better look at her and saw it was Ruby? And she was holding a baby in her hands. And there were two kids playing right next to them. And there were rings on their fingers. Wait a minute. Was Godzilla Jr. gonna end up marrying Ruby in the future? Was that what this is all about? By 5 the next day in class, Junior decided to skip and go straight to Osmond's office. Osmond, I think I have a problem. Oh, what's going on? It's nothing too personal. I just need to skip class for probably like a week or two. Because I need to go see a certain friend of mine. Oh, something bad happened? No, it's more like a meeting. Oh, okay. Then you are free to skip class for the next 2 weeks. Alright, thank you. Junior took off immediately. If there was one person who could solve this problem, it was none other than the person who gave him these powers. Basically, it was Mothra. After all, the Mothras were the one who gave these powers to transform into a human. They were the ones who gave that power to his mom. So maybe they might have an answer to this. Or one of them might have the answer to this. It didn't take Junior long to arrive on the island, on Infant Island. It only took him about a week or two. Even though technically it was more like a couple of days for him. He immediately found Mothra almost immediately. Junior, you're back. Why are you back so soon? Mothra, I have a serious problem on my hands right now that I really need your help right mother effing now. Okay. Calm down. Tell me slowly what's been going on. Well, I always end up having these strange dreams. They're more like visions, and I should have thought about this. What do you mean? Well, you have powers of basically you've been given the powers of a Mothra, right? Well, my mother was given those powers, but yes. Why? That's the source of the problem. You see, you can be able to see things from the future without even knowing it. And so you saw glimpses of the future. What was the first thing you ended up seeing? Well, the first thing I ended up seeing was Ghidorah. Ghidorah? Yeah, he looked different than before, but me, Ruby, and the whole team was there. So, then the second vision I ended up having was me and Ruby supposedly having a family and married to her? Well, you definitely saw glimpses of the future. That's for sure. So, is that normal for your kind, or... it's a little normal. And since I have those powers, that means I can basically see what's going to happen in the future. Yeah, basically. How do I make it stop? You wanted to make it stop? Yeah. Your kind must have had some way of making it stop. So, do you have a way of making it stop? Wait, I do. But I need you to agree with me on this. I'm going to agree with you on it on either way because I want it to stop. I could barely get any sleep last night. Like, the dreams of Ghidorah I can handle, but this is just a new story. I mean, I'm in a relationship with Yang and... Wait a minute. What? Does that mean I'm gonna break up with Yang? Or is she gonna break up with me? I don't know, but you can't tell no one about this. If you do, then that part of the future won't end up happening. So just keep it a secret, basically. Yeah, keep it a secret. Alright. I'll just tell them that I managed to find a... that you managed to help me find a way to make it stop. Yeah, there's that. Alright, now, do you agree with me on this? Of course I agree with you, dummy. Okay, no need to get all violent. Alright. Now, close your eyes and let me enter to your mind. After Mothra helped Junior to basically sort out his little problem, Junior went all the way back home. Or went all the way back. To Beacon. When he arrived, he was greeted by Ruby, Yang, the whole team. So, what did Mothra say? She was managed to make it stop. So I could finally get some rest. So, don't mind me. Junior immediately faceplanted on the ground. Luckily he was in his human form when he got back. So you're okay now? Yeah, I'm okay. So, this don't mind me. I'm just gonna take a nice, long, deserved nap. By falling up a month later, yes, Junior was asleep for a month. Ruby and Yang woke him up. We told him that Weiss was actually going on a vacation to the beach. Huh, the beach, huh? Is the whole team going? John's team is coming too. Alright, is that it? Yep. But first we can't let Weiss know until the right moment. Alright. Alright, I'm down. As long as I could get to swim like a Godzilla again. I've been tired of walking around. You were asleep for like a month. Yeah, whatever. I also been getting up to get some snacks. And a drink. So there's that. And attend this stupid class. About a couple of hours later, they all arrived at the airport just in time. Because Weiss's flight was about to take off, and they immediately hopped on. Weiss was angry at Ruby, but she eventually stopped being mad at Ruby once when Junior ended up glaring at Weiss. Junior didn't know why he was now overprotective of Ruby. It's probably because of the vision he kept on thinking about in his head. Every time he just flat out thought about that vision. He could tell immediately something bad was about to happen. In between his relationship with the Yang. And he could feel it in his stomach. When they all arrived at the beach, Ruby was managed to find a spot where Junior could swim around like a Godzilla. It was an empty spot, not too crowded, and there was no people, and the best of all, there was a fish store right next to them. So, Blake was eating all of the fish. Yang, Weiss, and Ruby, along with Junior and John's team, were swimming around. They were all seeing how Junior swims around out in his human form. He was basically swimming around like a crocodile. Or an alligator. That is so weird, seeing a human swim like that. Remember, Weiss, I'm not a human. I'm a giant, radioactive, city-destroying monster who gave up on destroying cities in 2004. Even though some strange reason I actually have an addiction to destroy stuff. But blame my father on that one. Genetics, as usual. So, you can hold your breath for a long period of time in the water, right? Ruby, I'm a reptile. Of course I can hold my breath for a long period of time. I could basically sleep underwater for like longer than just 5 years. So, everything was going peaceful. Well, for the team. Everything was going very, very peaceful.